so that everyone can see. Today is April 9th, and I wanted to start off our team call today by doing a little bit of recognition because we have some good momentum going this first week of April. Already, Kelly Greenhill and Lauren Simpson have some Success Club points, so congratulations there. Last month, Meilani Aki was a team builder. So that means as far as the leadership ladder, she's growing her team and building a team, and she's really invested in her business and taking off. We have a couple people, Sasha and Joanna, who are business starters. So that's great. That means they are also taking the steps to invest in their business, and they're just a little bit earlier in the stages. So that's super exciting. Congrats, you guys. I'm glad that we have some people that are really working hard to grow this thing, and they're seeing the fruit of their work. Today, I want to talk to you guys about the sacrifice that it takes in the beginning of this business, because I think that it's really easy to feel like, you follow all these top coaches and you follow people, even if they're not top coaches, we follow people who have had success because we want to know what they're doing. And, they're just posting the glamorous stuff because they want people who are not already coaches or not already part of the business to see what's possible with the business. So that totally makes sense because all those things are possible. I mean, it's possible to take a whole entire day off and go to the beach and post about or a whole week even, like, hey, I just took the whole week off and it's Thursday and I didn't work this week, still got paid. How amazing is that? That's awesome. And that's what's going to attract people to this type of business, the freedom that we have. Hang on one second here. I don't want to mute myself. Oh, Teresa is muted. Okay. Maybe I think I was hearing a weird echo or something. Anyway, I just wanted to talk about this because there is a danger in falling into the trap of thinking, I've been doing this business for a year, or I've been doing this business for 2 years or whatever, but really not actually putting in the sacrifice that it takes. My own personal story in the beginning is that I needed this business to survive. We were renting for my parents, but we were basically living there for free and just paying utilities. We were just covering the expenses that we were using each month. And we were a family of 3 actually Levi was just born when I started, and we were just making $19,000 a year. And so I needed it financially, even though I didn't really want to be working other than being a mom. So what I realized in the moment was that I'm going to do this for a year, and I'm going to put in the work that it takes consistently for a year. And if I'm really being honest with myself, I didn't put in the consistency the whole time for the year. I know I could have grown this thing faster than I have. I do feel like my timing has been perfect for me. My growth has been perfect for me. It's something that I can keep up with. But in the beginning, there were times where, I didn't want to answer messages. I didn't want to send out invites. I didn't want to make a challenge group post. There were times where I would send Kim a message and say, like, gosh, everyone's posting about the freedom of this business and I don't feel free. I feel like I am working so much on my social media and I don't feel like logging onto friggin' Facebook today. So, she would just like have heart-to-hearts with me and say, like, it doesn't feel free in the beginning because you're working, you're putting in the sacrifice now. If you can put in 2 to 4 years of really hard work and sacrifice, then you're going to see fruit from this business like nobody else. Because you guys, the truth is, people sign up for this business and they see success in the first 3 months and they hit Success Club and they get these sweet little paychecks, and then they just kind of fizzle off because I don't really know why they fizzle off. Maybe they weren't deeply connected to their why or anything like that. But I wanted to talk about this because the story for everybody that's successful in this business is that the beginning comes with sacrifice. Sure, we do post about the things that are awesome. You know, I'll be able to buy my kids a swing set this summer, and that's something that would have taken us like 2 years to save up for, and I'm not even exaggerating. Now I can pay for a swing set with 1 week of my paycheck. And it's just like, so okay, I had some examples too that I wanted to share with you. Also, when I first started, that was the year that Lindsay Matway was the top coach. And, you know, she would post about freedom, and she would post about her story and how she had to pay off her debt. She had like, I think it was $500,000 in medical bills from her daughter because her daughter was premature. But at the same time, you guys, she was really transparent with the sacrifice and the hard work that she put in. And sometimes she would pull all-nighters just to get training done for her team. She doesn't have an upline. Well, I think she does have a baby upline, but I don't even think I think her upline like just went diamond this year or something crazy like that. So the thing is, you guys, you know, she would post about all-nighters. She would post about how she, you know, her and her husband kind of traded roles. She would post about how, well, now she posts about it. I don't know if she posts about it in the moment, but so in the beginning, her husband was mad at her for doing the P90X workouts and helping people online with her workouts. And she was basically coaching without being paid for it. And then she looked into it and figured it out. So in the beginning, she didn't have the support from her husband until she showed him the potential and what's really possible. And then they worked together as a cohesive unit. And she put in hours and hours and hours of hard work and sacrifice. And, you know, she's deeply connected to her why. Her why is a lot like mine in that, you know, she never wanted to have to tell her daughter, like if her daughter wanted to do something great, she never wanted to have to tell her daughter no just because they couldn't afford it. So, Lindsay Matway was the first person that I wanted to talk to you guys about. And actually, so she's a great person if you haven't followed her. What's her name? Brigida Linford is also someone who basically never saw her husband because he worked so much trying to provide for their family. And, you know, she put in a ton of work. Jess Dukes is someone that we just heard at Seattle Super Saturday. And her story is incredible. She's making great money. She didn't share her income, but she's doing really great. She spoke at our Super Saturday, and she is a very successful coach. I don't know if I can't remember if she's the one that's going to speak at Summit or if it was the other gal, but you guys, she works 50 hours a week at her day job. Her commute is an hour and a half each way, and she has an 18-month-old son. And she puts in the work that she has to because she knows at some point she's going to get to tell her son, hey, baby, I get to stay home with you now. And I don't have to just tuck you into bed at night, and that's all I see you for 24 hours. You know, she's going to get to spend her day with him. I thought her story was super powerful because I know there are a lot of people who can relate on our team that have a full-time job and that would benefit just from putting in the consistency. Another gal was Andrea Crowder, and her story was really incredible in that she was working, her husband was deployed. I think she just had a baby. She was working full time. They just moved to a foreign country. I think it was Britain or something like that, the UK somewhere. And that's when she started her coaching business. And she shared with us that she saw the Brigida Linford video and thought, you know what, I'm going to be making $1,000 a week by the 1 year mark. And you guys, she didn't hit that until 2.5 years into her business. And I was really inspired by that because that's where I am right now. I'm 2.5 years in. My paychecks are between $900 and $1,300 a week. And I wanted to be there at the 1 year mark. I mean, that's exactly. So I find inspiration in that, because at that 2.5 year mark, when she hit her $1,000 a week, she was able to quit her job and she worked her business full time. Well, not full time, but she worked her business more consistently. And 2 years after quitting her job, so 4.5 years in, she now makes $1,000 to $2,000 a day with this company. And I was just super inspired, because I felt like it was great to hear from someone who was like, it took me longer than I wanted it to. And that's okay, you guys. Just stick it out, be consistent, and you'll get there. I mean, I'm not saying that we're all going to be at that financial point. I'm not even saying that that's a goal of mine. I mean, it would be amazing, but I'm just saying that this business comes with a lot of sacrifice and hard work in the beginning. I think Dave Ramsey says it, if you live now like no one else, later you'll be able to live like no one else. And what that means is, if you put in the work that people won't, if you're consistent, if you send your messages when you don't feel like it, that's what's going to set you apart. And if you just keep going, the only way that you're going to fail this thing, for sure fail, 100% without a doubt fail this thing, is if you quit. So I wanted to share this because I'm not sure if you guys are feeling this way, but I wanted to let you know that you're not alone if you are feeling like, wow, this isn't really what I thought it was going to be in the beginning, because I've been seeing all these posts about freedom and financial success, and I'm just not there yet. We all feel that way. I've had to do a lot of personal development and shift my mindset, because I would be the mom at the park with my kids, sending messages or replying to messages when I didn't really feel like it. I wanted to be more present with my kids, but I had to shift my mindset, because at least I was the one there with my kids. If I wasn't doing this business, I would be paying a babysitter or, sending them to daycare where I wasn't there with them every day. And so who cares if I'm on the phone for a few minutes when I'm at the park with them, because bottom line is I'm at the park with them. And, maybe you don't relate to that. I know, Teresa, you don't have kids yet, but I'm sure there are times where you're like, wow, I'm like really working hard and this doesn't feel like what I thought it was going to feel like. Or maybe I'm not making as much as I thought I was going to make. And I just want to encourage you guys that in the beginning, it feels like hard work and it feels like sacrifice. And I promise you that it will be worth it, because now my income is more than Zach makes. You guys, Zach has been with Starbucks, which is an amazing company. It's probably not more than what he makes when you consider like the breakdown of our benefits and like stock options that he gets and stuff like that. But, monthly income, my income is more than Zach's income. And Zach's been with Starbucks for 9.5 years. So let me ask you this. If you were working for Starbucks or you're working for any employer that, say you like your job, but it still feels like a job. I mean, there's things about every job that people don't like. So say you're working for Starbucks and your boss says to you, okay, if you call into this meeting every Monday, it's going to be a 30-minute phone call. If you call into this meeting every Monday, you're going to get inspiration and training and stuff like that. But if you do that, I'll give you a raise next year that's 3 times what you're making now. Let me backtrack. If you call into this meeting and you implement the things you learn and you let yourself get inspired, then I'll give you a raise that's 3 times what you're making now. All of us would do it, right? Because we work hard for our employers. We work hard for to make an income that's steady for our family. And I know that we can all work just as hard for ourselves. We may not be able to put in 8 hours a day. You guys, I was just talking to Zach because Zach started working from home now. And I'm like, gosh, what's it like to have someone to keep the kids away from you all day so that you can like actually focus and get your work done? He's like, yeah, I have to, because I have to work 8 hours a day. And I'm like, I'm not there. I'm not putting in 8 hours a day, but I'm making a full-time income because I've been consistent day in and day out when I don't want to, when it feels hard, when it feels discouraging. Reach out to us on our team if you're like, man, someone that I've been working with for a year signed up as a coach with another team. Like, that kind of stuff sucks. And it always kind of stings. But we can help you through it. And chances are that person wasn't meant to be on your team. So anyway, I just wanted to talk about that today because it's been on my heart. Like, I've been thinking, like, I wonder why people are feeling stuck, because that's something that I've been hearing lately. People are feeling stuck on our team. And I'm not saying that you guys aren't working hard, because I know you are working hard. But I do think that with social media, it's easy to believe the romanticized view of what it means to be a coach, even though we know exactly what they're doing. So I just wanted to let you know that you're not alone. It feels like hard work. It feels like sacrifice, but it is going to be all worth it. So with that, do you have any questions, Teresa, since you're the only one on the call today? I'll put it upload to YouTube so that everyone else can see it too.
No.
Okay. I just feel like, a lot of our team is like, I want to be not necessarily top 10. There's 2 people on our team that do want to be top 10. There's people that want to advance to diamond. That's their short-term goal right now. There's people that want to help their team grow. And, then I'm like, okay, well, you're not getting on the team calls, or you're not going to Super Saturday, or you're not, it's like, I just feel like maybe I'm giving you guys a little bit of tough love today, in that you have to do the things. You have to surround yourself with the people that are going to inspire you. You have to put in the sacrifice, even when it feels not fun and you'd rather be sleeping on a Saturday morning or whatever it is. And just go for it, and you'll be blown away. I mean, I never imagined that I would be making a full-time income doing this. So with that, I'm super proud of you guys, and I hope this was helpful. Kind of a quick team call, but that's okay. If you don't have any other questions, I think we can just wrap it up and let you get about your Saturday. It's so nice now that we have Saturdays off, because this is the first time ever in Zach's career that he's had weekends off. So
that's awesome.
It's really nice. It's such a weird feeling too. We're like, wow, you really do get to unplug 2 days in a row. Because not only did he not have weekends off, he only had one day off at a time. So it feels nice. So anyway, okay. If you don't have any questions for me today, I will stop recording.